Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. So as you guys can see by the title, I did have my first IUI cycle just actually this morning. So it's all fresh in my head, so I figured while it's fresh in there, I would just sit down with you guys and kind of explain what happened and what I felt. I don't have the results obviously because it takes 2 weeks to find out if it worked or not, but I will be making an updated video on my results, so stay tuned for that. If you guys are new to my channel, I'm just going to explain my fertility story very quick in a short summary, but if you guys are more interested in seeing my fertility story in more depth, then definitely go and check out my videos. I will link them down below for you so you can watch up until this point. But really quickly, my husband and I have been trying for our second baby for a little over 3 years now. We've lost 2 babies due to just early miscarriages, and our last miscarriage was right on Christmas, and it ended up being a D&C, and I think that miscarriage was probably the hardest on us because we were a little bit further along than normal. Usually you know, miscarry your babies early on, like 5-6 weeks, but we lost ours at almost 10 weeks. So it was very hard because we had already been attached, but unfortunately we did find out the heart stopped beating at almost 10 weeks, like I said, and it was very traumatizing for us. And we have yet to get pregnant, so, and it is now almost July. Fingers crossed that this IUI works. So to have an IUI, you have to ovulate, and usually they will give you a trigger shot or something to make your body ovulate. This is my first cycle with an IUI, so I just did plain old Clomid and no trigger shot. I got my positive ovulation finally on day 23, and I called that night. So last night I called and they scheduled my IUI for 9 o'clock this morning. So this morning we had gotten up, and it was really crazy because we're an hour out from our doctor's office, so we have to drive there and do our sperm sample first, and then they wash it, and then you can do the IUI procedure. So we had to get there even earlier than we were supposed to be because of being so far out and not being able to do the sperm sample at home. So we had to do it at the doctor's office. So we got up this morning around 6, and we were getting ready to leave, and my daughter, who's 4, her name is Brielle, she woke up this morning with a very puffy face, and her left eye was closed shut, like so tight that her eyelashes were like inverting into her eye. She had gotten into the brown tail caterpillars. They're really bad up where we live, so she got into them yesterday because she loves bugs, so I didn't think anything of it. And sure enough, the caterpillar that she was touching was the poisonous one. So she had a very bad allergic reaction, and I was not going to be leaving her without me around. I just wanted to be with her in case something did happen. So we were like, we're going to bring you with us. So I rushed to get her dressed, and then we headed out. I didn't bring my camera with me. I didn't vlog my IUI just because I was just so like worried for my daughter, and I just kind of like zone out and I don't think about anything else except my daughter. So she came with us, and we were gonna head to her doctor's office after we did our IUI. So we got to our appointment on time. When we got in, my husband went right out back with the doctor and did his sample, and then after his sample, he left with our daughter to go to the urgent care that's across the street from where I was getting the IUI done. And so they left. I was alone. And it's not like a big deal because I've done things alone. I'm good at doing things alone. I've had my HSG test done alone, and that is supposed to be very hard, but it was very easy for me. So I knew that the IUI was just going to be a piece of cake. I didn't need to have him there. I mean, I already had him there for his reasons, his sperm, so I didn't need him there. Like 30 minutes, 35 minutes went by. They had done the sperm washing, took out all the bad things, and had this clean collected sample ready for me. So it didn't take that long, like I said, 35 minutes probably. And I went out back and they had me undressed just from my waist down. And then the doctor came like right in. She kind of explained what was gonna happen, and I like laid back, and then you put your feet up like on the stirrups, like basically a pap smear. I mean, it's literally just like a pap smear. So my feet were up, and she told me that she was going to take a catheter, very, very thin. I didn't even look at it. She didn't show me because I had my legs up in the air. And she just said that I'd feel some cramping, and I felt maybe a little tiny cramp, but she said that where my cervix was wide open, I shouldn't have felt much, and I really didn't. I mean, I felt a little bit, but it was like just like a little twinge. If anything, I felt way worse. And then within like 3 minutes, it was over. I did feel some cramping a little bit, like down in my lower stomach. But that was really, really minor, and then it was over. I didn't feel her take the catheter out. I didn't feel really any pain at all. Like, she just told me to lay there for like 10 minutes, and then they came back in after 10 minutes, and I was ready to go. So that's my IUI. It was very easy, not too invasive, and it wasn't hard at all. So if you guys are worried about an IUI, I definitely wouldn't be. It's really, really simple and easy. You're in there and out of there just like that. I also asked my doctor before the IUI happened how my husband's sperm looked, and she had said that his sperm was moderate. So it's not amazing, but it wasn't low. Like it was like a normal load. If that makes sense. Which now brings me to how much it costs. So basically, this cycle was a little bit cheaper, I think, compared to some of the IUIs that I have seen and heard about, spending thousands of dollars on an IUI, which was not my case at all. I am located in Maine, and I don't have fertility coverage. Like, my husband's insurance does not cover infertility or fertility treatments, anything like that. They just don't cover it, unfortunately. So everything that we do fertility wise comes out of our pocket. I think she said it was like $247 for the procedure for the IUI, which is good. I don't know if that's including the sperm test or not, but that's under $300, so that's really good. Even if the sperm test wasn't included, I'm sure it's no more than $100. So even at that, that's still a good price for an IUI. So less than $400 I spent on that IUI. And I did have a medicated cycle with Clomid, but I had paid for that Clomid a long time ago. It was just sitting in my cupboard, and I was like, I'll just try it. I'll just give it one last try. And that cost me $50 at the pharmacy, which was like right up front. But my next cycle is probably going to be a little bit more expensive because I am doing letrozole. If this cycle doesn't work, I'm doing letrozole and a trigger shot. So I already picked up my letrozole for next cycle because my pharmacy kept blowing up my phone. So I'm like, just shut up, I'll buy it. So I picked it up already, and I think I paid $120 for my letrozole, which is so expensive for pills, like to induce ovulation. I just think that is so ridiculous. $120, that's crazy. And then I'm gonna have to order a trigger shot, and that's gonna cost another $100. I think it's $100. It's no less than $100. I know that for sure. It could be more, but it's not going to be less than $100. So there's, you know, $220 right there just for medicine, and then the IUI, which is $250. So, you know, you're looking at $500–600 for that. But hopefully we won't have to do another cycle of IUI. Hopefully this is our cycle. I pray to God that it is. I already bought my pineapple. I'm ready to eat that this weekend when I hit like 560 PO. But I'm really excited and I'm really hopeful that this is gonna work. It is my first cycle, and I know that you have better chances of getting pregnant on your second or third cycle. But I am just praying that it works. I think the hardest part for me is like in 2 weeks I'll be taking a test and it's either pregnant or not pregnant, and I think it's gonna hurt even more if it's not pregnant this time, just because of all the time and the money that we've put into this cycle. And it's really like upsetting when you go and spend all that money. I mean, even though it's not a lot of money like IVF, it still is money, you know, that you work hard for and that you probably don't even have. Like, we have to save up for this stuff. So you know, it would be nice if it was positive, but I'm not gonna get too excited and get my hopes up too much, because I know that it's gonna be a hard negative if it is negative. Well, thank you guys for watching and following my journey, and if you are new, then I would hope that you would follow along my journey and stay with us. I don't know, you know, what this is gonna do for us and where this is gonna bring us, but this is just another step closer to getting our rainbow baby. But I will update you guys in 2 weeks to let you know how I am doing and if I'm feeling any symptoms. So hopefully, pray to God, by this weekend we will have some implantation going on, and we'll see you then. All right guys, thanks for watching, and if you're gonna have an IUI, don't be nervous. It's really easy, and you have got this. Bye guys.